finding my soulmate. It was during these activities that I met my wife. She loved to be a channel for the spread of fundamentalism at home and abroad. Her major interest in Islam began when she was 18 years old, just before the 1979 revolution, when the Ayatollah Khomeini entered Iran after years of exile. Due to her father's disinterest in Islam, her family was not practicing Islam even by nominal standards. He was an atheist who ran away from the Russian state of Azerbaijan to Iran in the time of Stalin, who killed non-communist as well as communist opponents. He could never manifest his atheist belief in Iran openly, since the Shah of Iran was pro-West and anti-communist. However, towards the last month of the Shah's reign, when he was losing his power to the revolutionaries, my wife's father took part in the street protests. This was partly because the revolution was more socially and politically motivated, and Iranian communists could identify with it. My wife also went to the protest with her father, gradually showing interest in the revolution and deciding to become a follower of the Ayatollah Khomeini. She was influenced by the comparative courses and consequently decided to support the revolution as an Islamic religious person. I met my wife for the first time in one of my comparative courses. Her regular attendance and our common interest led to my interest in her, and we soon married. We did not know each other personally. It was illegal for a boy and girl to get together, talk about their personalities or families, and plan for life to see whether there was enough common ground for unity in marriage. Dating is totally forbidden. It was also illegal for me to express my desire directly to her or receive her consent. However, contrary to common practice, I secretly gave a letter to her asking her to be my wife. She shared this with her parents, and they allowed her to respond positively. The main reason she married was to uphold the traditions of Islam, which forbids young women from remaining single. She was also determined to attach herself to a radical Muslim man so that she could fight for Islam side by side with him and release herself from the limitations of ancient Islamic marriage, which requires women to stay at home. If they wanted to go out, they had to cover themselves in a way so that nobody could distinguish who they were. Since this was against the Iranian culture for women, she wanted to remain an Iranian Muslim too, encouraging many other younger girls to stay closer to Islam. Against Iranian custom, our marriage was performed in a mosque. The mosque was a symbol to our followers of the importance of Islam. If we wanted Iranians to be radical Muslims, our whole lives had to be centered on Islam, and the mosque itself was preeminent in our beliefs. Our marriage motivated many younger girls to attach themselves more closely to Islam. A mosque, in addition to being a place of worship, is also a court, a military garrison, and a parliament for committed Muslims to prepare themselves in every aspect for fighting non-Muslims or any infidelity among Muslims. Committed Muslims are obligated to fight non-Muslims and all who oppose them, even those who are their relatives. A mosque is the best place for them to learn hatred toward their opposition and non-Muslims. Muhammad, the prophet of Islam, taught hatred to his followers in his own mosque and then led them to destroy the Jewish city of Medina. The mosque is also vital for establishing Muslims as sovereign over non-Muslims in a non-Islamic society. Building a mosque in a non-Islamic society or country symbolizes Islam's claim over that society or country, even with a non-Muslim majority. The Quran states that all lands belong to Muslims even if they have never occupied them. Once Islam assumes power over the government, non-Muslim citizens will be given a choice to join Islam or be killed. Non-Muslims may also buy their lives yearly in order to be spared a death penalty, but only if they are Jews or Christians. When Islam rules over a country, Muslims become the real citizens and owners of that country, and non-Muslims fall into a second-class citizenship that is unequal to Muslims. By having our marriage ceremony in a mosque, my wife and I wanted to teach our followers to understand the significance of the mosque in the spread of Islam. Our marriage attracted the attention of many people. As revolutionaries, we plan to send some of our followers to non-Islamic countries in the near future with the primary mission of gathering Muslim support and building mosques. We needed to build a foundation for people to learn the role of the mosque. Many Islamic countries have invested millions of dollars in non-Islamic countries to build mosques and Islamic schools, which helps to pave the way for Muslims to own those countries. Building a mosque in a non-Islamic country is a seal of ownership for committed and radical Muslims.